there's a story that I haven't seen circulating very much. I feel like it's bigger news that's not being reported on, and whether it's, I think really the truth is that everybody's kind of preoccupied with Cam Newton, that people are forgetting about the Patriots getting in trouble. But even if, I have an interesting take here, because I think I have insight that a lot of people don't have, even in the media, even in the football world, because I've done something a lot closer to what we're going to talk about with the Patriots here. The Patriots have been fined $1.1 million, and they lost a third-round draft pick. They got that taken away from them by the NFL because of the trouble they got into last year when they filmed a Bengals game. Now, here's the story behind the story. I think a lot of people are very quick to jump on the Patriots. I don't blame them. When you win a lot, people go, is there a nefarious reason here? They get a little bit suspicious. And then the Patriots over the years have given people reason to call the Patriots cheaters. You had Deflategate with Tom Brady deflating footballs. You had before that, you had Spygate in 2007. And I understand the emotion from people saying, those stupid cheaters, they're doing it again. But I don't think that's quite right here in this unique situation. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. You have what happened, and then you have the reason why the Patriots were punished, which I think is separate and different from that. Now, the Patriots have multiple parts of their organization. They have the football operations side of things. Then they also have, separate from that, a media operations, which every big corporation, every big company has a media division where you do YouTube or social media, or you're making television content. You're making content for marketing purposes, basically, to tell the story of your organization. And the Patriots media division has a series called Do Your Job, where they profile people who work for the Patriots organization. I encourage you to watch it. It's interesting. It's not like the best content I've ever seen, but it's good. It tells little documentary short stories about certain people that work in the Patriots organization. They're documentary style videos. And during one of the filmings for one of those videos, a cameraman shot footage of the Bengals and Browns game. He was wearing a Patriots logo, and he got in big trouble because you're not supposed to do that. And this particular video that was being filmed by the documentary crew was about a guy in the Patriots scouting department, kind of telling the story of how he does his job, what work goes into it, the stuff behind the scenes, yada yada. And he was at the Bengals Browns game scouting the Bengals for their next game coming up. And he had a camera crew with him on site. And I get that this all sounds nefarious. You're like, it's a scout. He's got a camera crew there. They're filming the game. Zach, what other information do you need? I get why NFL fans hear that and get very, very mad. But I want to ask people, and I think the answer is no to most people, have you ever been a cameraman? How many people listening to this show have ever operated a camera for Pac-12 Network or Fox Sports or ESPN or United College Game Day? I've done those jobs. Pac-12, ESPN, Fox Sports, College Game Day. I even worked for a documentary crew. I operated a camera shooting a documentary. It's called Almost Champions. It's about a football team that replayed a game 20 years later. And when you're holding a camera, especially when you're filming a documentary, either you have a producer or a director, or if you're the guy editing the video, you're really smart and you go, I have to shoot a ton of B-roll. You have to get a ton of footage. You have to constantly be shooting footage. Always be shooting is literally something that we would say on set in the documentary I filmed, because you're like, if you miss a moment, you're screwed. It's just stupid. And so when you're filming, you're constantly looking for B-roll footage. B-roll footage is, images and other stuff you play when you're doing voiceover or whatever. A good example, I guess, is when I do a film analysis video. Some of the time you're watching footage of something I'm specifically talking about. Sometimes I'm just hiding edits and I'm playing footage of a guy throwing the ball because it's easier to hide my cut than have me, talking on film and show a weird cut. So it makes editing easier to have B-roll. You're always looking for B-roll. And so the Patriots had an ambitious cameraman in their television department, totally separate from the football operations entity, and he filmed something he shouldn't have. It's not good. You can't do that. And he got fired. But I don't think that the Patriots were trying to cheat. It was a cameraman trying to get footage for B-roll. It's a cameraman who probably had to edit the video later saying, I need as much footage as humanly possible. So when I have an interview with a stupid scout who can't talk on camera at all, and he's stuttering, and I got to cut stuff out, and I got to hide cuts, I need something to go to. Hey, let's shoot footage of the game. Now, it seems like he knew it was wrong. He did get fired. It sounded like a mistake. But I don't think this is what it sounds like. On the surface, you're like, man, the Patriots cheated. But I really think it's an instance of a cameraman trying to get as much footage as he possibly could. Now, the Patriots were punished. They were fined $1.1 million. Again, they also lost that third-round draft pick. And some will say that, hey, the punishment means, of course, they were cheating. They'll say, hey, the reason the Patriots got punished was clearly they were guilty. That's not true. The NFL could not find any nefarious use in their intention with this footage. But they had to punish the Patriots. Now, this is the same team that wins all the time. So when you win a lot, everyone's skeptical anyway. And then you go, yeah, in 2007, the Patriots got caught cheating with Deflategate with Spygate. And then a couple years later, they got caught with Deflategate deflating footballs. So no matter what happened in this Patriots story, the NFL had to punish them, no matter what happened. And even if they don't, I guess not even if the NFL somehow had said, if the NFL somehow hadn't punished the Patriots, it's just bad optics. It looks bad. It looks like there's favoritism, or, why are the Patriots not getting punished? They cheated. What's happening? And the Patriots have to have self-awareness here. If any franchise cannot get in trouble making a mistake with the camera, it's the Patriots. There's one team that has the microscope on them way more than any other franchise, especially when they're holding a camera. It's the Patriots. So it's a lack of self-awareness. It's a mistake. But this is not the same as Deflategate. Remember in 2007, I keep saying Deflategate. I don't know why. I mean Spygate. In 2007, with Spygate, the Patriots lost a first-round pick. The money fine was lower, sure. But the part of that is inflation. It's been, 13 years since Spygate. So inflation, yeah, they're going to fine Robert Kraft $1 million, and I think it was like $550 or $750 last time. But here's the huge deal that no one's talking about. When the Patriots were punished for Spygate, they lost a first-round draft pick. That's a big deal. That's a huge, massive thing. When you lose a first-round draft pick, it's a gigantic cut to your organization because you're losing a potential starter. Now, a third-round pick is not nothing, but it's not a first-round pick. There's a reason why the punishment was not quite the same as it was last time. I don't think the crime is as legitimate. Look, the NFL sending a message to the Patriots, hey, you gotta stop having problems with cameras. You can't get caught. No more funny business. No stupid stuff with cameras. You gotta get your stuff together. And we're gonna hold you accountable. Here's a third-round draft pick because we can't have this story in the media anymore. But I don't think the Patriots were actively cheating. If they were, why wasn't their punishment even greater? Because Spygate was way worse. Spygate was a first-round draft pick. And I think it is more of a slap on the wrist. Hey, Patriots, dude, what are you doing? You can't do that. But I just don't think the Patriots were cheating. Again, have you ever been a cameraman? I have. I've worked for networks. I've worked for a documentary crew. I've shot a movie. And when you're doing that kind of work, you're always filming. You're aggressively trying to get as much footage as you possibly can. Whether the guy got caught up or he knew he was doing bad but didn't care because he wanted footage for a stupid YouTube video. I've been there on that side of things, and I think this was a cameraman who screwed up, and I don't think it was a Patriots trying to cheat.